You know, on average, how many pathologists are in a hospital?
Yeah,
Just out of
yeah,
curiosity.
it really depends. This one has 14. This is like a community hospital, but someone like UHN has 40, but they're the biggest in Canada. So I would say it ranges from maybe 5 to 40 pathologists, but that might change with the whole advent of what we're trying to implement at Leica. Now that they can sign out cases from their house, you don't need to be in a specific geographic location. We work with Newfoundland, who have zero pathologists actually in the province. They have pathologists based across Canada that remotely sign out all, yeah.
What?
They were the first ones to implement it out of need, really, because they couldn't recruit pathologists to live on the island. So they had to, implement it, and they were one of the first ones to do so.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, especially for, more remote
Yeah.
areas,
Yeah.
hospitals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything is just digitized right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like before that, what they would do is like put the, glass microscope aside in a shipping container and ship it. I know there's some places in northern Canada that actually like put it on snowmobiles and drive it to the next hospital. But
Wow.
now they can just scan it, and then like as long as you have the credentials to remotely, log into the network and look at the case on your computer, that's the future of pathology, I think. And then like what's still 5, maybe 10 years away is using algorithms to help see the slides, maybe do some quantification of certain biomarkers in clinical settings. But it's all like kind of, the first step is digitizing the slide, and then yeah, it's coming up. With regulatory, it always takes time. I think people are still most comfortable when there's a person behind the diagnosis, but there's like, frameworks coming out now, and people are self-validating some of the algorithms to not do a diagnosis, but like, you know, make sure that a pathologist is not missing something. But I've seen like in the research setting, some really cool algorithms that are like quote unquote faster and more accurate than pathologists at finding certain things. Because, you know, what I've learned is pathology is just becoming more and more complex. Even like 50 years ago, there was a handful of subspecialties, and now there's over like 50 subspecialties. Every cancer has a new biomarker that you kind of have to look out for, and computers and algorithms are very good at pattern recognition. So if you train it correctly, it'll be pretty good.
Absolutely. I mean, you were saying there's 40 pathologists at UHN. I mean, in the future with the onslaught of I can totally see AI being
Yeah.
much better at a human,
Yeah.
much faster and better, right?
Yeah.
And so in the future, I hate to say this, but they may not need 40 pathologists, They may need just a handful.
Yeah. And I think like pathologists are starting to realize like it is a tool. The saying always is like, AI won't replace you, but someone using AI probably will.
Yeah, I've heard that many
Yeah,
times.
it's across like every industry, really. I mean, I putting together a PowerPoint presentation, I couldn't find an image that I liked on, Google search, so I used ChatGPT to generate something for me. And it's not
Yeah.
perfect, but like, if you need something in a pinch, it's a pretty good tool. In my short time in this world, have seen a change in tone from pathologists from being very hesitant to implement digital pathology for that reason, for algorithms, but now seeing that, oh, it's going to help me to quantitate something so I don't have to spend, 60 minutes counting PDL1 biomarkers anymore. I can just run an algorithm and it'll do it very accurately in seconds. Those things I think will come and be Health Canada approved first before you can just kind of click the easy button and it shoots out a diagnosis.